Okay guys, a quick review video on the Eachine VR-007 Pros. These are an updated version of the VR-007s, the 4.3 inch screen FPV goggles. And I'm just going to get right to the point here and explain who this is for and who this is not for. Now first off, there's no denying that this is a budget goggle. It's very inexpensive. It's about $40 to $50 depending on whatever the price that happened to be on the day it comes out. It fluctuates. I think currently it's about $45. And I would say that if you're a first-time FPV pilot and you don't know what to get and you're not sure if you want to get into the hobby, you just want to try something out, these are not bad. They're okay. But if you're a more experienced pilot and you have other goggles, there's really no point in getting this because there's, I guess it's a low-end model. So, the biggest thing for me when I was using this and flying it is the screen resolution. It's very low screen resolution. It's a smaller screen, 4.3 inches. It's a 480 by 272 resolution screen. So the detail in the video is fuzzy and you don't get a lot of detail compared to, say, a 5-inch goggle like the VRD2s that I'll be reviewing a little bit later. You can see more detail in that video. Now it doesn't mean that you can't fly with it. It's definitely flyable. There's nothing wrong with the video. It's just that if you happen to do a lot of proximity flying, say like around trees and stuff, you're gonna possibly crash into some of those ghost branches that you can't see because the detail is missing in the video. However, if you're just flying in an open space, which I think a lot of beginners will be, the detail is not going to matter as much. You're going to be seeing things from far away in distance, and it'll still come out in the video just fine. Now, if you've never used goggles before, it's going to be a little bit different in that you're going to be kind of moving your eyes around the screen. Because your eyes will tend to want to focus in the center. It's something you'll get used to. If you ever use like Fat Shark goggles, you don't have that effect where you're moving your eyes around because the field of view and the screen is so small. Your eyes don't move around as much. Now the other thing about this goggle is that the little Fresnel lens here that focuses the screen is not adjustable. So there's no adjustments on the side. You can't move the screen forward and backwards. It's a fixed focus. So that's going to be a problem for those of you that are farsighted and or wearing some sort of prescription glasses. Additionally, there's no way to really fit your glasses in here with the foam and the way this is constructed. Now it might be possible to mod this by cutting pieces out and such to get some glasses in there, some reading glasses, if you have some trouble with focusing the screen. However, that's some work that I'm probably not going to get into in this video. In terms of comfort, for me, it fit fine on my face. I didn't have any light leakage, and the only thing was that my nose was hitting this area here. It wasn't uncomfortable. It's just that it's something that I felt, and maybe I'll probably just get used to it after a while. But it did bother me a little bit here, and I think it just kind of depends on the shape of your face and your nose as to where you're gonna get light leakage and such. The foam is pretty thick and it's comfortable on my face. It didn't hurt or anything like that. It's just that it was a little bit uncomfortable in the nose area for me. Now the other thing that is concerning about these goggles is the fact that it's a single receiver, not a diversity receiver, and the sensitivity of this receiver is much weaker than what I'm used to. Now I use my Fat Shark Dominator V3s here with a Furious FPV True D diversity module, and I fly with these two Pagoda antennas, so I get very, very good reception in this, and I fly a lot indoors and do a lot of proximity flying where I'm behind objects and trees and walls and such, and this works extremely well. I get very little breakup using this setup, but this setup here costs more than $450. It's almost $500 for this, whereas this is 10 times as less. And you're going to get those breakups behind walls, behind objects, because it's only a single receiver, and the receiver isn't as sensitive as the ones on my Fat Sharks. Now I did fly around with the Foxier antenna here. I did not use the linear antenna. I did a test flight with the linear antenna and the reception was pretty poor, especially behind walls. The circular polarized antenna is a must for this if you're going to be flying around any type of objects and such, because you will see some breakup. Now I'll go ahead and I'll roll a little bit of video footage here. I actually recorded the screen with my phone to demonstrate what the video looks like when you're flying around, and I also have a Fat Shark recording, and you'll see the difference in the video breakup and the reception for this receiver. And where it's mostly noticeable is when you fly behind objects or somewhere where the signal is going to get reflected. You're going to see more video breakup. Now, I never got any black screens, so I think like some earlier generations of these box goggles, you'd get some basically the screen where the video would just completely cut out and you would get a black screen or a blue screen. I did not get any of that, but you do get significant amounts of breakup behind objects. Now, if you're flying in an open area where you have direct line of sight to your video transmitter, nothing's blocking it, the video signal is very clear. There's nothing wrong with it, and I had no issues with the video signal as long as you had clear line of sight. It's only when you flew behind objects and such. I think that's where the diversity receiver and that setup on the Fat Shark goggles is going to be far superior to this, but of course you're paying 10 times the amount of money. Anyway, so the bottom line here, my recommendation is that unless you absolutely can't afford more than $50 for a pair of goggles, or you just don't want to spend any more than that, then I would probably not get this, and I would perhaps consider the upgraded version of this one. This is the 5-inch version of this, is the VR-D2 Pros that I'll be reviewing in a few days. I think that one will probably be a better choice because you get a better screen and you get diversity receiver plus the DVR. This has got a lot more features. That's about $90. It's about twice the price of this. And if you can afford that, then I would recommend that one over this one. But if you just don't want to spend the money and you just want something really basic, this is okay. It has issues. It's not perfect. But for $40 to $45, you can't really, you can't really say anything wrong about it because it just costs so little. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this review helpful in terms of making your decision whether you want to get these or not. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.